All right, what's up, folks? We got there. The 10th and final brew. 10 New Brews. Again, huge thanks to everyone who's helping out and guesting on the channel. And just everyone's been so freaking awesome, honestly. And just really has helped the healing process a lot to know that I've just got a lot of people got my back. What's going on, healing process? You know what's going on. Hit this link up here, I'll explain what's happening. But our last and final guest is Doom. Doomwake coming in. I gave Doomwake some Skirmish Rhinos to play with and pretty cool looking Abzan, kind of like an Abzan Pixie deck. So like a lot of the powerful cards we already see in Standard, alongside some of the new Tarkir Dragonstorm cards like Skirmish Rhino and a few others as well. So really cool. Check out Doom's channel. Obviously, Doom's great, streams and does YouTube as well. And had a really good run also at the Spotlight Series Atlanta recently. Day two didn't go as well, but kind of similar to me, honestly. We were both like 7-0 at one point, I think. But yeah, so Doom's great. Check him out and like, comment, subscribe here. Check out Doom's channel. And that's 10 New Brews, folks. So again, big thanks to everyone who helped out, and I'm just really appreciative. And my recovery process is pretty long, unfortunately, but I will be slowly, getting back to work and so on. And, I think I'm still a pretty ways off my usual workload, but we're getting there. Recovery is going to be good. Everything's good. And I'm doing good. So, check it out.
YouTube, what is going on, folks? You might ask yourself, what's this guy doing here? Where'd Jim go? Well, Jim, unfortunately, is currently not feeling well. Jim has been bedridden for the past couple of weeks, and he has asked some content creators to reach out and see if they would be willing to play some of the 10 New Brews segment that he usually does for the early access event. Jim asked me, and I said, absolutely, I'd love to help you out, Jim. So Jim has sent me this lovely looking deck list. Yeah, be sure to send Jim your well wishes in the comment section down below. And here we go. We got some Abzan Pixie. So basically the concept here, there's a couple of new interesting cards that look kind of cool in this deck. So first and foremost, we have Sun Pearl Kirin, which is kind of the new Flash Pixie type thing, where when it enters, you can return one other target non-land permanent, and then if it was a token, draw a card. I don't believe we have a ton of tokens here. We have Novice Inspector to be able to bounce the clue if we want to just cycle the Sun Pearl Kirin. But the main concept is you're utilizing Sun Pearl Kirin to bounce stuff like Grim Bauble, Hopeless Nightmare, Tithing Blade, Nowhere to Run. And then the green part of this deck is where it gets a little interesting, where you can play Skirmish Rhino, pick it up a couple of times. I do worry that it's a bit mana intensive, but happy to see how it plays out. Specifically in combination with Pixie, that's only a 4 mana play. So, turn 4, Pixie, pick up the Rhino, replay it, trade them for 2. Sounds pretty cool. And then we have a couple of Yathan Road Watchers, another cool card to pick up with Pixie and Sun Pearl Kirin, and also a way to rebuy stuff like Pixie or, more importantly, Skirmish Rhino. And then we also have a couple of Guardian of Ghirapurs. Because we're playing Abzan and not Esper, we don't get to play Fear of Isolation, so we have less ways to blink and pick up stuff. So Guardian is another way to exile artifact or creatures, return it to the battlefield, and get a lot of value that way. And then we have a couple of Overlords kind of to find Pixie, maybe mill over a Skirmish Rhino, find a Road Watcher. So some cool stuff we can do there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We have a couple of new dual land alerts, Sandsteppe Citadel. And that is what we are working with. So again, thank you to Jim for reaching out to me. I'd be happy to be a part of this. And we'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Apparently we are Mardu token 4. Okay, look, I kind of feel like the bad guy having Nightmare Pixie in my hand, but here we are. This is a good opening hand. I'm in. Don't make fun of my Mardu token 4 username, okay? Ooh, a mirror match of sorts? Concealed Courtyard Novice Inspector from Saffron. What are we working with over there? What is Seth up to? Are people just playing? Wait, this is an actual mirror match? Okay. So we're doing okay. He's probably playing the what's the name of the I can't remember the name of the 3-mana 3/3 that when you attack you can sack a permanent and do that kind of stuff. I guess maybe I should have just double nightmared there instead of getting the 2/2 in play. Because now he can go land. Yeah, okay. I was going to say land Fellothar. Yeah, Fellothar is the one I was thinking of. Ooh. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't cast that. I mean, I guess we do this. Just going to deal him some damage. We're just... okay, we've turned into Orzhov Burn, apparently. Orzhov Burn deck coming in. Although I think he's winning the race, so... Give me a green source, please. Okay. 10, 8. This is going to be a close race. Maybe I can't replay the Nightmare this turn. I don't know why I cast this pre-combat or in the main phase. I was thinking I was going to replay the Nightmare, but I think I should wait on the Nightmare. So I should have held that up, obviously. I guess I could have picked up the Clue token maybe to cycle. But I don't know if cycling is better than dealing them too. All right, Seth, what are we working with? I'm at 5? These 2 Caves of Koilos are kind of suspicious. I'm a little scared with these Caves of Koilos. That's not a green source. Is it 10? So theoretically, I'm not technically dead. He goes to 6. And then we play this, he goes to 4. Play tap land, block Sage, take 4, go to 1. Hold. Hold. You wouldn't have a kill spell, would you? No! Does that kill us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does kill us. Rip. I mean, we were 1 turn off, you know? We were 1 turn off. We were almost there. Defeat. Wait, why did why did the defeat screen show up before I took lethal? Huh? Match number 2. Hey, we found green mana this time. Okay, I like this. A little Skirmish Rhino action. We got Botanical Sanctum on the other hand, on the other side. Discarding new card alert. Kotis, the Fang Keeper. So this is the 2/1 indestructible, deals combat damage, exile X, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less. Noted. And then they played an Omen that finds a basic. All right, little Inspector action. Man, Blink Skirmish Rhino with Guardian of Ghirapur. Now we're talking. This is incredibly my stuff. Whenever another non-token enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Okay. Well, Domia. I'm a little scared as to what's going on the opponent's side. Where are my card styles? I didn't want to spend time doing card styles, but maybe I should have. Primal Might. Okay, Rhino down. I mean, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we can't blink the Hopeless Nightmare with this. We can only blink the Inspector. Probably set up for a hardcast Overlord next turn. I'm very interested as to what they're doing with Kotis. This card is cool. Okay, no attacks. We got to do a reach check just to make sure, because every single new card has reach. I don't know if you knew that. Okay. So they want to gain 3, surveil 3. And then they get to endure. They get to endure 5? Put a counter on this creature. Non-token creature enters. It endures X, where X is number of counters. Endures 3. Okay. Okay. This card's maybe a little more powerful than I gave it credit for. It kind of seems nice. I guess we could just... Yeah, we could just impend the Balemurk and then play the Rhino. Then next turn, Guardian the Rhino. Kind of like that. Get back Rhino. So they go to 11. Next turn, they go to 8. Flicker, they go to 6. And then we have 6 in the air the turn after. They did get to Surveil 3, though. So it's only combat damage to a player. So we can just chump block Koilos. Should be able to. Okay. Hit you for 3. Guardian of Ghirapur. Flicker the Rhino. Guess we might as well pop a clue now in case we draw tap land. Okay. He's cooking. They go to 6. And, man, I don't know about you, but it looks like I got 6 power in the air in play. This doesn't have any sort of... I'm just making sure that it doesn't have any... Any evasion. Okay. Chump block resolves. Gotta have an answer for one of the Guardians. They did show us Primal Might earlier, so they could have that, maybe. Let's just go to combat first and see what's cooking. Okay. Very anticlimactic ending. I thought they had something, but... Okay. I guess we'll run it back. Same opponent incoming. No music in the last 10 minutes. All right, we're good. Match number 3. This name looks familiar of sorts. Knowing what they're playing, this hand's kind of awkward, but I would keep it in the dark, so we'll pretend like we don't know what they're playing. Sagu, Wildling. Go. Yeah, this does not really seem like a matchup that's conducive to baubles and nowhere to runs. Okay, this is the card that people were telling me to play yesterday. Do people in chat like this card? And if so, explain it to me, because I don't really understand why it's good. Now, that card, on the other hand, that card is good. I really want to be mana efficient here and play the Loran, but then they get to gain 3 life. I'm just gonna play the Nowhere to Run. That card is good. Immediately does the Nowhere to Run. Look, they get some value. They get some value out of it. They get to renew it eventually. Oh, I think you know what the idea is. I think I figured it out. I think they're playing the 4-mana 2/1 with the intention of renewing and giving it Flying Death Touch Lifelink, which is kind of cool, right? Because like giving the 4-mana 2/1 some sort of evasion does seem kind of powerful. I guess we can... Oh, we can't double Bauble. I can Bauble plus Blink. Oh, I can Bauble plus Blink Bauble. I guess yeah, I'll do that. So -2/-2. Guardian, Flicker the Bauble. The end of turn, this comes back, kill this. I think that's the right line. See if they find a creature. They did find a Wildling. They can level up the talent. Okay. Although I guess leveling up talent doesn't do much against Nowhere to Run. So now we just go... Oh, I don't have... What do you have? Word 1 flying. So I guess we go Loran the Talent, Pixie, pick up Nowhere? Or sorry, Pixie, pick up Nightmare. I'm getting a little burned by not having a black source here. That is a little awkward. Because I can't... I have 3 black cards and I can only do 1 black card a turn. Alright, 4/4, Death Touch, Lifelink, Flying. Ooh, okay. Primal Might with Carsey Revenant's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, that's a cool interaction. So whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Death Touch, Lifelink, Trample, Flying. I mean, I still take the trade. Yeah, this is the first deck. This is the 10 New Brews segment that we're helping out Jim with. All right, I would like you to discard your 1 card, please. And hold up kill. I mean, they're at 24, so we got a long ways to go here. See, and this is why Kotis is not good. You're about to see why I don't like Kotis. 4 mana creature dying to a 2 mana card. A little awkward. A little awkward on that. Base Cannon, thank you for the prime. Yeah, I mean, look, Kotis does seem kind of powerful, but the fact that it's 4 mana for a 2/1 against stuff like Bauble and Nowhere to Run, not a huge fan of that. All right, so we keep the Pixie on top. We Pixie back the Nightmare. Go here. Hit him with one of these. And look, we're getting there slowly, okay? We're still a ways away, but we're getting there slowly. Give me a Skirmish Rhino off the top, please. No, I would not like those. Okay. See, now he's cooking. Now he's cooking. All right, first Road Watcher cast. Let's see how good this card is. I guess we get back Pixie and pick up Nightmare. The only unfortunate thing about Road Watcher is it's only when it's cast. So if you blink the Road Watcher with Guardian, then you don't get to trigger it again. That's kind of an unfortunate part of it, but I mean, it's still a powerful card, so. Hey, Scrinkleberg, welcome to the stream. Glad you're enjoying the content. All right, I don't really know what they can draw at this point. Powerful card, but I don't think that's going to get the job done here. Chat, this is up for you to decide. Are we the bullies today playing the Pixie deck? Are we the bully? We are 2-1, though. We are 2-1. Perfect Mana, Inspector, Bauble, Kieran, Rhino. I am in. One thing that I haven't, one thing that hasn't come up yet is, well, we haven't drawn the Kieran that often, but Kieran bouncing tokens. And I think part of the reason that's not coming up is we just don't have a lot of tokens to bounce with it. So I would be maybe interested in playing some number of copies of... Chad, help me out. What's the 1 mana 3/2? Voice of Victory. That's a little sketchy. You think they block? Yeah, Spiteful Hexmage is the card I'm thinking of. Ah, they see through my tricks. This is gonna look weird, but I kind of want a main phase Kieran cycle and just draw a card. Because I can't play Kieran on their turn with the stupid Voice of Victory. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cycle this. I know I could pop the Clue, but I don't know if I'm going to have mana to pop the Clue is the thing. Like, they seem like a very aggressive deck. Yeah, Hexmage with Kieran is good, because, like, you go turn 1 Spiteful Hexmage, put the aura on the Hexmage, and then turn 2 Kieran, bounce the aura, and that lets you cook a lot. So I do like that interaction quite a bit. I don't like this. we are getting kind of rinsed here. Rhino, please save me. Rhino, please save me. And look, if you didn't play Standard when the first Tarkir came out, you do not know Rhinos come in packs. Although it's not a pack if you draw the 4th one. So it's a pair if you draw 2, a pack if you draw 3. What's 4? Let me know in the comments. The Crash of Rhinos, is that 4? 4 is cheating. I mean, I put 4 in my deck. Oh, they have Zurgo. I forgot about that. That's kind of sick. Also, Zergo being a 2/4 is kind of an issue. This is not looking great over here. I could go nowhere to run, Bauble, kill Zergo, but then they still just put the Bakal and the Rhino. 13. Let's do this. I think we can maybe race them. This is going to be a bit of a sketchy race, but... Okay, they're at 10. I play Rhino, they go to 8. I go to... I do have to take 2 if I want to double spell this turn. So I basically break even, stay at 13. 3 blockers. This is going to be sketchy, but I think it must be done. It is simply what must be done. It's the only way that I have a chance this game, I think. Could maybe set up a double block on one of these two, potentially. Dodo Bird King, thank you for the prime. That's not good. That is most certainly not good. I'd be kind of surprised if they held back the 1/1s here. Okay. Doesn't matter which ones I block, right? I'm at 3, and they're at 13. This is gonna be a bit tricky. Well... 13, so I can go nowhere to run, Bauble, kill Pakal. So we go here, nowhere to run. I think I can survive. And then go here. We go to 2. We kill this. Rhino trigger, go back up to 4. And then if I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attackers. So it's 6 going through. I believe that still kills me then. But we'll make him do it. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty impressed with that curve. Like their curve of Voice of Victory into Animbakal into the Zergo. That was a nice curve. That was pretty good. I mean, I think even without the Painlands, we probably still would have lost that game. Also, Elspeth giving everything flying. Okay. All right, 2 and 2. This is we call this the rubber game. All right, hand looks good. I think I may have to close the predictions a little early. I didn't realize we'd find a match this quick. All right, I'll close predictions at 1 minute, okay? You got 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, closing predictions. Oh, wait, we don't have black mana? Oh, I just kind of assumed we did. All right, never mind. Okay. This hand has black mana. I believe we'll draw land. We're also on the draw, so, you know. Alley up to probably some Ugin stuff. I will say, one thing I didn't realize... Oh, no. He's not playing Reanimator, is he? One thing I didn't realize about Ugin is I forgot that we still had... I forgot that Hedron Archive was in the format. So Hedron Archive is just a card that you can play, which is good with Ugin because it ramps you into it and is a colorless spell for the Ugin itself. So that could be kind of good. Should leave the Rhino in the bin there. No, I think I'd rather just have it in hand. I mean, there's maybe an argument for it, but... All right, Road Watcher will simply mill over another Rhino. Return up to one of target downland permanent. So we go Kieran, pick up Nightmare. This kind of worked out well. And then next turn we can go Rhino and Nightmare. I mean, look, Wagon's a good card, but not a very good card on this board. Okay, so Nightmare. They're going to be at 1. Surely we will not die next turn, right? Surely Ollie would not just kill me next turn, would you? You wouldn't do that to me, Ollie. Come on. You wouldn't do that to me, Ollie. All right, a clean 3-2. A clean 3-2. Look at that. All right, cool. So again, folks on YouTube, thank you again so much for watching. Thank you to Jim for allowing me to participate in this this 10 New Brews. And Jim, you made a pretty good one. This deck is sick. The Skirmish Rhinos were good. Again, as I mentioned earlier, just the extra chip damage with the amount of flyers that you have with Guardian of Ghirapur and Kieran and Pixie. Road Watcher, fantastic card. I could even see playing more copies. I love the Road Watcher Balemurk interaction, just being able to mill over and set up your Road Watcher. Yeah, that looks good. I don't really know. I mean, like I said, I would consider maybe experimenting with Spiteful Hexmage because that card works so well and curves nicely with Kieran. But other than that, deck was great. So again, folks on YouTube, thank you for watching. Again, thank you to Jim for having me, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for these guys to come on and help me out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. I love you all.